good to meet you. I'm Laura Thomas, and I'm a social worker here at ABC Substance Abuse Counseling. And we're just going to talk today about anything you want to talk about, really. But before we start, I just want to let you know about our confidentiality. Anything you or I say in this room is just between us, unless you mention anything about any physical or sexual abuse, or I feel that you're an immediate threat to yourself or someone else, then I'll have to report it. But besides that, everything's confidential, so just feel free to talk about anything you need to. So, what brings you in today?
Well, I'm here for my husband, and I really don't think that I need to be here, but I went to the doctor, and he said I have been having stomach pains and some memory loss, but I'm so busy. It's just I'm busy all the time, and things just slip my mind, and if I wasn't so busy, that wouldn't happen. And my doctor said I needed to come here, and my husband, he thinks that I just drink too much. I mean, it's just a drink or two at night, and there's no problem with it, but I told him I would come just to get him off of my back.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is you're here today because of your husband and what the doctor said about your health?
Yes.
Okay. But you don't feel that your drinking is a problem?
No, it's just a drink or two. It's not that much.
Okay. So why do you think your husband is saying it's a problem?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what his problem is, why he thinks I have to be here. I think he's worried about what the doctor said, and he just doesn't like me drinking.
Okay, so do you have a good relationship with your husband?
Yeah, it's a pretty good relationship.
Okay, and do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 2 kids, but one's in junior high and one is in high school.
Okay. Do you think your drinking has any effect on them?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So what I'm understanding is your husband was concerned, and so he wanted you to come here, and he's concerned about your health, but you don't really feel that it's a problem.
No, but I told him I would come and I would talk to you, and just to make him happy, and then maybe get him off my back.
Okay. So, you said you're busy a lot. Do you have a job?
Yes.
Okay, where do you work?
I work at the post office.
Okay. Is it a stressful job?
Well, it at times it is, because I have other people working under me, and I have to take care of things, and I have to make sure they're doing everything that they're supposed to. So it's very busy. And then my children, I've got to take care of them. My son has sports after junior high, and I have to go and make sure he makes it to sports and make sure he has all of his things. And then my daughter in high school, she's very busy, and she's involved in music, and I have to be there. And my husband a lot of time is not there to help me out, and so it's just really stressful. And sometimes I come home and I have a drink because I'm just tired and stressed out.
Okay. So it sounds like you are pretty busy with work and your kids, and your husband's not there a lot. That's got to be tough. That's got to be stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that stress is the reason that you drink?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. But you don't see that as a problem?
No, I think it's just a way to relax. I mean, when I was young, and I went home, my daddy, he would always have a drink when he came home, and he would relax, and I didn't see a problem.
Okay. So you've seen this before with your parents?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little more about your childhood growing up.
Well, my daddy stayed at home until I was 15, and then he left. My parents got divorced, and then it was just me and my mom for the rest of the time. And I had to help because she was always busy, and we didn't have the money that we needed, and I had to help, and I had two younger sisters, and I had to take care of them, and had to work to help my mom make ends meet.
Okay. So it sounds like you've had a lot of responsibility from a young age.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did it make you feel when your dad left?
I was heartbroken.
I imagine. That's really tough.
Mm-hmm.
What were your drinking habits like? Like, when did you start drinking?
Well, when I was a teenager, I mean, all the teenagers did it.
Mm. Were you just doing it for social reasons, or did you feel like it was a stress reliever?
Well, it started out just socially, but then it felt kind of good.
Okay.
You know, it took my problems away.
Mm-hmm. But you don't see it as a problem now?
No, I hadn't thought of it. I hadn't seen it as a problem.
So, are you concerned by what the doctor said to you?
Well, the stomach problems, I guess I need to find out what is going on with that.
Mm-hmm. And if I heard you correctly, the doctor said it was because of your drinking?
He said that it could be.
Okay. Did your kids know about this?
No, I haven't told my kids.
Okay. Why haven't you told them?
Because I just don't want to stress them out, and I don't think they need to know right now, and it's just, they have a lot of things that are on their plate, and I think as a parent that I don't want to worry them.
Okay, so you're saying you feel it's your responsibility to take care of it and not let your kids know what's going on?
Yes.
You don't want to burden them?
No.
Is that right? Okay. Do you think that possibly your drinking could affect your kids if that stomach pain is because of your drinking?
Gee, I hadn't thought about it like that. Maybe.
Because you want to be there for your kids, right?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I love my kids. They're my life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so tell me a little more about your dad. You said he had a drinking problem, and before he left, how did that affect you?
Well, my dad didn't do very much with me. I mean, I loved my dad, and he was a hard worker, but there were times that he broke my heart. I had things going on at school, and he wouldn't show up for it. He would tell me that he was going to, and then he didn't show up for it, and I would come home, and he was sitting on the couch, and he had been drinking, and he had fallen asleep.
Okay.
And so I missed having him in my life all the time.
Okay. So you're saying like he missed a lot of your stuff because of his drinking? You think it was because of his drinking?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's part of why he left, and my parents got divorced, because my mom told him that he had to stop or he had to leave, and so he left.
Okay. Do you see any similar patterns with you and your drinking and your children?
Well, mean, I work really hard, and I do a lot for my kids. And there was just that a couple of times that John had a game and I missed it.
How did that make you feel?
I felt like a horrible parent. I was supposed to be there for him, and I was so angry with myself, and then that just stressed me out even more. And he came home and started crying, and I didn't know what to do, so I went to my room, and the next day my husband was very angry with me and yelled at me.
So why did you miss his baseball game?
It was just a tough day, and I just come home and I just got some wine. I was tired, and I just had a glass of wine, and that didn't quite cut through the stress, and so I had a couple more, and before I knew it, I woke up and John had come in and was upset with me because I missed his game.
Yeah. But it sounds like you really want to be there for your kids.
Well,
like
I do.
A lot for you.
I do.
Okay. So, thinking about that situation, would you say that your drinking caused you to miss his game?
Yeah.
Okay. So, maybe there is a little problem?
Well, something that I can fix. I can control it. I'll just drink one glass of wine when I get home. I don't have to have that. It was just, a couple of times that I just had a hard day, and I came home and I just had too many.
Okay. So, what I'm understanding is you have control over the situation.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So the other few times, did you mean to overdrink?
No.
Okay. So when you started out drinking, it was just gonna be that one glass?
Yeah, it's just gonna be that one glass.
Okay. Do you see a pattern forming with your drinking as far as when you do it? Is it on like the more stressful days or every day or?
Well, usually every day I come in and I have something, just take the edge off because it's just tough. But there are other days when it's really stressful that I may have more than one.
Okay. So, is this something that you think you want to continue coming in and talking about? And maybe working through?
Well, I guess I need to because my husband, he says that I need to, and my doctor says I need to, so I'll come in and do what I have to do.
Okay. So right now it's sounding like you're still kind of adamant about not coming in, but you want to because of your relationships?
Yes. I want things to work out with my husband and I love my kids, and I know I need to do what's right for them.
Okay. All right. So maybe next week, I'm not saying you have to stop drinking or anything, but maybe next week you come in, we'll have another session, and we'll talk about maybe ways to improve your relationship with your husband and your children, and maybe also some coping mechanisms for stress other than drinking. Would that be okay to talk about?
I'd like to talk about ways to cope with stress.
Okay. So we'll set that up for next week, if that's okay with you, and you're willing to do that. And next week we'll further talk about your family relationships, and we'll set some goals that you hope to accomplish through our sessions. And hopefully we'll help you find some ways to handle your stress. Does that sound okay?
Okay, that would be okay.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you for meeting with me today, Paula. It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you next week.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.